So guys, in the last part of the lecture, we had finished with the quartiles and we had studied the quartiles completely in detail related to the raw data, discrete data and the group data. We had seen that the quartiles are dividing the data into four equal parts. But suppose if I want to divide the data into more than four parts, then I have to use something else. Precisely, when I want to divide the data into 10 equal parts, then in that case I can use something called as deciles. The word decile itself comes from the word deca, which indicates that I am trying to divide the data into 10 equal parts. So let us write the definition for this, guys. When given data is arranged in ascending order and is divided into 10 equal parts, then there are 9 points of division called as deciles. Let us understand with the help of a small number line. Suppose if you have a scale, let us say from 0 to 100, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, D8 and D9. So when I divide the entire scale into 10 equal parts, there are 9 points of division called as deciles, and each part will consist of 10% of the total data. Each part consists of the 10% of the total data. So if you observe below D3 there is 10, 10 and 10, that is 30% of the data. Above D3 there are 7 equal parts, so it consists of 70% of the total data. If you talk about D5, it is dividing the data into 50% to the left of D5 and 50% to the right of D5. Therefore guys, D5 value also corresponds to the value of median, as it is also dividing the data into two equal parts. Now, when you talk about the calculation of deciles, so there are the formulas which we studied similar to the quartiles. The only difference in the formulas will be that instead of dividing the value by 4, the denominator now will become 10. So let us write all the formulas once, and then we will go for the examples based on the deciles. So give the heading all of you, formulas. Number 1 is for the raw data. We have decile di, where I, as you know, previously it was the quartile number. Now it is going to be the decile number. Previously I value was only 3 because there were only 3 quartiles, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Now there are 9 deciles dividing the data into 10 equal parts. Therefore you will get over here I into n plus 1 divided by 10th observation, where I can say that I is the decile number, where I can be 1, 2, 3, anything up till 9, whereas n is the number of observations. It can be even or it can be odd, does not matter. This formula is suitable in both the cases. If I want to take a small example, suppose if you want to find the D2, so we can say over here for D2, I is equal to 2. So I can say that D2 is 2 into n plus 1 upon the 10th observation. In case if certain question is asking us to find D7, I can take I as 7. Then in that case your D7 value will be equal to 7 into n plus 1 divided by the 10th observation. Now method of application of this formula is exactly same as you studied in your quartiles. There is no new method. The only denominator has changed. There is no other changes that you have to apply in this particular method or in this particular formula. You will understand it better when you are writing the examples. First of all, take down all the formulas once, then definitely I will also come to the examples. Formula number 2 is for discrete or the ungrouped data when you talk about the discrete or ungrouped data, as in the previous case, you have to first of all calculate the value of cumulative frequency of the less than type as usual because it is a frequency data. After calculating the value of the cumulative frequency, the next thing that you will be doing over here is to use the formula. I will get over here Qi is equal to I into capital N plus 1 divided by the 10th observation. I'm sorry, this has to be decile, so it is Di and I value is 1, 2, 3 up till 10, whereas the capital N over there is representing the total frequency. And in the last case, number 3, for the grouped data. When we are working for the grouped data, we have to remember that there are two steps that we have to do. First of all, you have to find out the decile class. After understanding what is the decile class, only we will be able to calculate the required decile value. So let us see. Number 1, for decile class, calculate I into n upon the 10th observation, and then number 2, the formula for decile, which is di L1 plus In upon 10 minus Cf multiplied by H by F. So guys, the same formulas we had also seen while we were calculating the quartiles. There are no new formulas for the deciles. The only change that you are applying is that instead of dividing by 4, here I am trying to divide the entire given data by 10. So denominator becomes 10 in this particular case. So I have an example for you guys. It says calculate D2, D7 and the median using deciles for the following data. You are given a very easy data, looks like a raw data to me. So when you are given a raw data, the first thing that we need to do over here is that you have to arrange the data in the ascending order. So when we want to arrange the data in the ascending order, I will say over here the ascending order. So what is the smallest number? Let us search for it. Come on, I can say the smallest number is 23. Then I have 24, then I have 28. 23, 24, 28, then comes the value 35, 36, 37, and then 40 and 42. So let us count the number of observations: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So guys, there are totally 8 observations that we are having. So I will write over here that n is equal to 8. So when I want to calculate the value of D7, I will get over here 7 into n plus 1 upon the 10th observation, because we are working for the decile, so the denominator has to be 10. So you will get this is equal to 7 into 8 plus 1 is 9, so 9 upon 10. 9 into 7 is 63, and then when I divide it by 10, I can say this is the 6.3th observation. So how do we get this? Just as we did in case of the quartiles, split it into two parts. 6th observation plus. Now 6.3 lies between which two numbers? It lies between 6 and 7. Therefore 6.3rd observation has to be obviously between 6th observation and the 7th observation. Therefore we will get this is equal to the additional difference, which is 0.3 multiplied by 7th observation minus the 6th observation. So what is the 6.3th observation over here? First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and 6th. And this is the 7th. So we have to use 37 and 40. So let us see. 6th observation is 37 plus 0.3 multiplied by 40 minus 37, which is equal to 37 plus 40 minus 37 is 3. 3 into 0.3 will give me 0.9. So friends, the answer has to be 37.9 for the value of your D7. Now, the next thing that it wants is the value of D2. So let us do the similar kind of working once again. I will get over here that D2 is equal to 2 into n plus 1 divided by the 10th observation. N is again 8, so I will get 2 into 9 upon the 10th observation. So 18 upon 10 is actually the 1.8th observation. Now how do I get the answer for 1.8th observation? Split it. How do we split it? First observation plus 0.8 multiplied by. Now 1.8 lies between which two numbers? First number or the first observation and the second observation. So guys, you got it right. It is second observation minus the first observation. So what is the first observation over here? It is 23. Second observation is 24. So I will write over here 23 plus 0.8 into 24 minus 23. This is 1. So 1 into 0.8 is 0.8 itself. And 0.8 plus 23, that is going to give you 23.8. So that is our required value for D2. After getting the value of D2, next he is asking us to find out the median using deciles. According to deciles, the median is the middlemost value. Now middlemost value, it means that it has to be the D5 value, because D5 is something or the some observation which is going to divide the data into two equal parts, as like it does with the case of median. Therefore, this is D5, which is 5 into n plus 1 upon the 10th observation. So that is going to give us 5 into 8 plus 1 is 9. So again 5 into 9 upon the 10th observation. So this comes out to be 45 upon 10, which is 4.5th observation. Again split it into two parts. Fourth observation plus, I am sure you can tell the answer. It will be 0.5 multiplied by which two numbers? 4.5 comes between the fourth and the fifth observation. Therefore, it is fifth observation minus the fourth observation. Now, in the ascending order that we have taken, it is first, second, third, fourth, and the fifth. So, we have to use these two numbers. So, 35 and 36. So, it is 35 plus 0.5 into 36 minus 35, which is equal to 35 plus 0.5 into 1, which is 35.5 is the value of D5. So that is the easy way in which we can calculate the value of deciles for the raw data. Yes friends, the next example that you have is based on the discrete data or the ungrouped data, as you all call it. So you know that whenever we come across a discrete data or the ungrouped data, the first thing that we have to do is to make the cumulative frequency column of less than type of cost. So I will make a column for less than CF values, and then the first number over here is 8, 8 and 12, that is 20, 20 and 20, that is 40, 40 and 35 is 75, 75 and 15 is equal to 90, 90 and 7 is 97, 97 and 3 is 100. So that is your required value for capital N, which is equal to 100. Now when I want to first find the value of D6, I will get over here D6 is equal to 6 into N plus 1 divided by the 10th observation, which is equal to 6 into 101 divided by the 10th observation. So 6 into 101 will be actually equal to 606, and 606 ko if you divide by 10, you get the value as 60.6th observation. Now guys, because over here you are working for the discrete data, the best part is that you do not need to split this 60.6 like we did in the above example or in case of the raw data. You just have to search for the cumulative frequency just after 60.6, which I can see over here it is 75. So the corresponding value is 13. So you can directly say that this is equal to 13, and you are given the information in thousands. So your value over here D6 is equal to rupees 13,000, my friends. I told you in the very beginning of the chapter, units are very important in this chapter. They play a very big role. So you have to be very careful when you are working on the examples of the partition values. Suppose if I have to find one more thing, which is D3 over here, I can say that D3 will be equal to 3 into n plus 1 upon the 10th observation, which is nothing but 3 into 101 upon the 10th observation. So 3 into 101 will be actually equal to 303. When you divide that by 10, you get it as 30.3rd observation. So cumulative frequency just greater than 30.3 is 40, and hence the corresponding value is 12. So if I write this as 12, I have to write over here, therefore D3 value is equal to rupees 12,000. Next, it also wants us to calculate the value of D9. So let us try and work out what comes out over here, the value for D9. Obviously 9 into n plus 1 divided by the 10th observation, which is 9 into 100 plus 1, 101 upon the 10th observation, which is 909 divided by 10, 90.9th observation. So cumulative frequency, which is just greater than 90.9, is 97. So the corresponding value over here looks like 15. So if I say this is 15, so D9 value has to be in terms of rupees 15,000. Hi guys, so the next example that you have over here is based on a grouped data, and I have got a special kind of example for you over here. If you observe the things very carefully, the first class has a difference of 40, second has a difference of 40, but the third, fourth, fifth and the sixth, they all have a difference of 20 units. Again, the last has a difference of 40 units. But guys, I have purposely taken this example for you to understand that the class interval is not at all important when you are working for the deciles or for the quartiles. Whether you are given data with equal class intervals or if the data has unequal class intervals, the formula always remains the same. The formula does not change. Keep that thing in your mind very clearly. So whenever you come across a group data, the first thing that you people have to calculate is the cumulative frequency. So let us make a column for less than cumulative frequency. So the first value that you have is 14. 14 and 45, that is going to give you 59. 59 and 52, that will be equal to triple one. Triple one and 80 will be equal to 191. 191 plus 32, that will give you 223. 223 and 23, that will give you 246. 246 plus 24 gives us the value as 270. So this becomes your capital N value, which is 270. After calculating all the values, or in fact the less than cumulative frequency value, we need to now find out the value of D4 class and the D8 class. So we write over here for D4 class, it becomes 4 into n divided by the 10th observation, which is 4 into 270 upon the 10th observation. Now 7 into 4 is 28, to carry 4 into 2 8 and 2 10, so that becomes 108th observation. So you have to see for the cumulative frequency just greater than 108, which over here is triple one. So the corresponding class becomes your D4 class. One 80 to 200, the value is L1, H, F and CF. So you can easily get all these values. The lower limit over here is 180, as you all know. H is the class interval of the class that you are using to find the value of D4 and not any other class. So here the H value is 20. Then the frequency of this particular class is 52 and cumulative frequency of the above class is equal to 59. So write the formula. D4 is equal to L1 plus 4n upon 10 minus Cf multiplied by h by f. 180 plus 4n upon 10 is 108 minus 59 multiplied by 20 upon 52. So that value over here is 180 plus 108 minus 59 will give me 49 multiplied by 20 divided by 52, and when I solve this I get 180 plus 49 into 2 is 98, so that comes out to be 980 divided by 52, and when we divide 980 by 52 you should get it as approximately 18.84. So 180 plus 18.84, and when you add this it comes out to be equal to 198.84. Now this is commission in terms of rupees, so we write the units as rupees. So that is the required value for your D4. Okay. After getting the D4 value, next we also have to calculate the value of D8. So let us write over here for D8 class. I calculate over here the value of 8 into n upon the 10th observation, which is 8 into, now the n value over here was 270, so I will get 8 into 270 upon the 10th observation. So once again, when you cancel off both the zeros, you have to multiply 8 and 27. 7 into 8 is 56, 5 carry, 8 into 2 is 16, 16 and 5 is 21. So it comes out to be the 216th observation. So cumulative frequency just greater than 216 is 223, and therefore friends, the corresponding class is 220 to 240. So I will get over here therefore D8 class is equal to 220 to 240. Therefore the lower limit over here is equal to 220. H for this class is 20. Frequency for this class 220 to 240 is 32, and cumulative frequency of the above class is 191. Okay, so when you write the formula, D8 is equal to L1 plus 8n upon 10 minus Cf multiplied by h by f. So 220 plus 8n upon 10 is 216, minus Cf is 191, h is 20 divided by 32. If you cancel off these both values by 4, you will get this is 5 upon 8. So in that case you will get this is equal to 220 plus 216 minus 191 will give me 25 multiplied by 5 upon 8. So 220 plus 25 into 5 is 125, and it is 125 divided by 8, which is equal to 15.62, and this is plus 220. So 220 plus 15 will be 235.62 in terms of rupees. So guys, your D8 value is 235.62 rupees.